I'm Caitlin Rickus, and imagine one morning you wake up. It seems like a normal morning till you go downstairs and you turn on the radio, and you hear on the news the worst nuclear reactor has exploded, and its materials are going into the air that you're breathing in. This actually happened, and it was the Chernobyl explosion. Most of you have heard of Chernobyl or can name what it was. It had such a strong impact on society, and we haven't even learned about it in school. The Chernobyl consequences were so grand that it's known as the worst nuclear explosion. I'm going to be telling you about where and how this happened and what the effects of the explosion were. The Chernobyl was known as an accident, and according to the World Nuclear Association in 2011 at www.worldnuclear.org, the Chernobyl reactor was ran by improperly trained people, and not only was it ran by improperly trained people, but the whole design was flawed. And the design came from the Soviets, and it was just not good. Not only was it a flawed design, but there were other things that caused the accident to happen. There was a sudden surge of power that destroyed the reactor, and after the reactor was destroyed, its radioactive materials went up into the air. According to the US NRC in 2011 at www.nrc.gov, 5% of the radioactive material was put into the atmosphere. After this explosion occurred, there was lots of consequences. There was a total of 30 people that died. 2 of those people were plant workers. One of them died instantly after the explosion, and the other one died later that night in a hospital. There was a total of 134 people that received acute radioactive syndrome from the radioactive material that was put into the air. I just told you about how, where, and what the effects of Chernobyl were. Chernobyl is remembered as the worst nuclear reactive explosion because of all of its consequences. So imagine if you wake up tomorrow, turn on the radio, and hear that the next new worst explosion has occurred.